Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Bianco. Along with Dr. Fussell and Barbara Green, we're from Purdue Global, and this is implementing regular and substantive interactions to achieve quality of online composition courses. The agenda for this presentation will discuss effectively implementing regular and substantive student-to-student, student-to-professor, student-to-teaching material interactions to make online education effective. The application of the Quality by Design, otherwise known as QBD approach to course design of college composition courses at Purdue University Global. Online education has become an appealing option for diverse students, allowing learners from different parts of the world to access high-quality academic courses or programs at any university in any country without the need to relocate or commute. This is why it's so important for quality interactions. Flexibility for working adults and busy individuals. There is a work at your own pace. Online education gives flexibility to working adults, military students, and individuals with busy schedules because they can work at their own pace and have access to their course 24/7. Access anytime, anywhere. Learners can access high-quality academic courses or programs at any university in any country without the need to relocate or commute. Meeting diverse needs. Online education meets the needs of diverse students, providing access to high-quality academic courses or programs at any university in any country. Quality education obligations. The U.S. Department of Education mandates that online colleges and universities provide evidence of regular and substantive interaction between students and their professors to give learners quality online courses and programs. Regular interaction. Examples of regular interaction between a professor and students are weekly scheduled seminars and unit discussions. The U.S. Department of Education defines substantive interaction as engaging students in teaching, learning, and assessment consistent with the context of discussion, as cited by Pina and Martindale, 2023. Challenges in online education. As you all know, there were many challenges. First of all, the lack of quality education. Some educational institutions did not provide quality education in their online courses, ignoring students' needs for regular and substantive interactions with their professors. Remember the old days when an online course was simply clicking on a paper copy of a syllabus and downloading paper assignments, and you would type them up and send them away, and there was no interaction. Those days are long gone. Opposition to online education. Opponents of online education claim that it is inferior to traditional face-to-face education due to the lack of face-to-face interaction and limited access to academic resources. We know this to be a fallacy. The modern student is much more engaged online, feeling less intimidated by the standard 300 student interaction in lecture halls that were so historically what was provided in face-to-face education. Comparison to correspondence education. Some even went as far as to compare online education to correspondence education due to the perceived lack of quality interactions. Gone are the days of students filling out a form, completing a reading, handwriting an assignment, and mailing it in, waiting for 3 weeks to receive a feedback. Now things can be completed, uploaded with instant feedback, and students have access to their professors almost instantaneously by virtual office hours and conducting phone calls and text messages. Distant education definition. So what exactly is it? The U.S. federal government defines distant education as the type of education that uses one or more of the technologies to deliver instruction to students who are separated from the instructor or instructors, and to support regular and substantive interaction between the students and the instructor or instructors, either synchronously or asynchronously. The importance of interaction. The most important part of this type of education is providing regular and substantive interaction between students and their professors. Effective course design. To create that need for interaction, it begins by designing quality courses. There's an accountability. If there is no accountability, if interaction activities are not included in the course design. Assessment strategies. Professors should design courses that meet student expectations and learning experiences. Whether it's formative or summative assessments, we should have both built into the course design so students can have those first steps before leading into a summative assessment. Instruction methodologies. Planning the instructional methodology is a crucial part of effective course design. Quality by design approach. Desired outcomes. Professors should begin with the end in mind. They first create desired outcomes. What is it that they need to see when the student has completed a course, right? Specific outcomes. Each unit lesson will have 3 to 4 specific outcomes following the order of importance. Assessment strategies. Formative assessments provide an opportunity for learners to show their development towards the learning outcomes. Oftentimes they can repeat a formative assessment. They're low stakes. Students shouldn't stress a lot about them. Maybe they're quizzes, maybe they're practice sets, but they should be allowed to practice a skill before being assessed on it. Summative assessments are meant to measure comprehension of knowledge, which yields a grade, but also yields feedback for the professor and the learning strategies and methodologies that were used to provide that comprehension. And then, of course, there's feedback. Feedback is meant to offer clarification. It's that final step in the learning process by highlighting what the student is doing well, offer support and guidance for what the student can do to strengthen work for the next task or assignment. It's that final step where students understand why they scored what they scored and what it is they could have done differently. Direct instruction and facilitation. Unit-specific readings. Students learn to create an entity thesis statement and all the readings and learning activities about composing a thesis statement on the identified problem in the community or workplace. College composition likes to focus these on individual students' needs and their career paths and their communities that they belong to. This helps create a stronger interaction with the student between the content and the student. Facilitation of discourse is a method that professors use to help learners engage with the unit content in instructional materials. Whether it be in the LMS or the delivery methods, students and professors need to be able to engage. Students are encouraged to use the Purdue University Academic Success Center resources and services such as paper review, tutoring, and the Cranium Cafe services. There's always that way because students feel sometimes that they can't ask the questions at the time that maybe they need that. So this is one further step that Purdue Global goes to interact with those students on a one-to-one basis, whether it be simply watching a recorded lecture that allows them to find a micro skill that they need to work on, or meetings. And we have multiple ways to meet with tutors through the Cranium Cafe and individual services like the paper review service, which will record a video feedback session for them on their writing. Engaging instructional videos. This is something we are very strong at Purdue Global. Visual and auditory learning. Educational videos appeal to students' auditory and visual senses in the online environment. Plus, students these days are very accustomed to looking for videos on their cell phone that will help them with the question they have at that moment. They're not used to waiting anymore until they go back to school and sit in a classroom and sit at a desk and raise their hand and wait for the response. When they're sitting down at 11 o'clock midnight to do their homework or do an assignment, they need the answer now. They need that content. And so very often an instructional video will provide that missing piece. Self-paced learning. Learners can watch educational videos as often as needed. They are not restricted to any specific place or time. Composition professors who deal with APA formatting will tell you APA videos are a lifesaver because students can watch those little skills, whether it be formatting, whether it be in-text citations, whether it be reference citations, how to use signal phrases, all of those, if they're broken down into micro lessons that are videos that are less than a minute, minute and a half long, students will watch them over and over and over again until it becomes learned material where it's just a habit in their process. In the realm of higher education, the concept of regular and substantive interaction between students and professors holds paramount significance. It encompasses personalized feedback on students' unit assignments, active participation in unit discussion board assignments, weekly live seminars, and other activities that foster continual engagement between students and the professor. This interaction is not only academically significant, but also aligns with course outcomes, supporting student persistence and achievement. It is crucial for professors to actively engage in course design, utilize effective assessment strategies, and provide clear instructions to facilitate discussions, conduct weekly seminars in order to meet the U.S. Department of Education's requirements and promote a rich academic environment. These are our references. I want to thank my colleagues, Dr. Fussell and Barbara Green, for all your hard work and dedication to our students' success. If you have any questions about this content or this presentation, please feel free to reach out. I'm Michelle Bianco at Purdue Global. Thank you so much.